Brought to you by Buckstone Roofing, Scotland's finest roofing company.
With that splendid image, there's only one place we can be tonight. It's Bridgehaugh Stirling, Scotland under 20 against Wales under 20. Welsh led out there by Captain Macaulay Cook. The Scots skipper George Hunter leading them on there. They had a hard time in France last week and they'll be going all out to make amends against the Welsh side tonight. Early on, ball moved out into midfield, taken by Mark Bennett. Bennett over the halfway line, tackled there by Sam Parry. Coming back in the Scots side, taken on there. Referee spotting an infringement. And Bennett, having had a wee exchange of views with Parry, extracted retribution with that penalty that put the Scots in the lead 3 points to 0. Wales starting to turn on the pressure inside the Scottish 22. Jonathan Evans out to Stephen Shingler. All coming back on the Welsh side, only a couple of feet away. And that was Luke Hamilton right up to the Scottish line. And the man lurking with intent was Ed Sigurey, the flanker going over for the first try of the night. Straightforward conversion for number 10, Stephen Shingler. Wales 7, Scotland 3. And that was the score that remained till half-time in what was a pretty tight first half.
Scrum Magazine. Subscribe online at scrummagazine.com.
Brought to you by Buckstone Roofing, Scotland's finest roofing company.
And that'll give you an idea of the conditions these lads are playing in. Another Dreich Friday night, I'm afraid. And the Welsh, early in the second half, starting to turn the screw. And an excellent shot there of Gregor Townsend's bunnet in Peter Wright's hand. Welsh going through the phases. The Scots having to defend pretty seriously, only a few metres from their own line. Very good dip there by Corey Hill. Taken on again by Rodri Jones. The Welsh showing a lot of patience here, and the Scots having to be very, very careful not to transgress. Oh, knocked back there by Robert McAlpin. Big tackle by the West of Scotland lock, but the ball still coming back on the Welsh side. And finally, Jonathan Evans escaping down the blind and his offload, putting Will Griff John over for the second Welsh try. Scotland were going to have to crank up their game just a wee bit if they're going to come back into it. But Stuart Hogg's attempted offload, pinched there by Owen Williams, and he scampers in under the posts for a try that stretches the Welsh lead and really gives the Scots a mountain to climb. In front of the posts, Shingler lands the conversion, 19 points to 3. And the Welsh, well, they were remorseless in the way they kept the game inside the Scottish danger zone. Evans out to Ben Thomas, and Liam Williams taken out by Mark Bennett. But quick ball for the Welsh, swung out onto the left wing, and oh, lovely wee inside ball there to Eli Walker for the winger to go over for try number 4 for the Welsh. Long kick on a difficult night, but Shingler, with the help of the post, gets that one over. 26 points to 3. But the Scots came back into it. They weren't going to lie down. They had the pride in that blue jersey to play for. And they started to ask questions of the Welsh defence. Rumbling up there. Harry Leonard swinging it out to Mark Bennett. Bennett to Mark Donohan. And not getting too far against a very solid Welsh defence. Sean Kennedy up to Hamish Watson. And he's snagged by Ian Davis and big man Macaulay Cook. The Scots getting a wee bit of momentum going there, but the ball a bit slow coming back. And they're right on the back foot now. And Bennett trying to give them a few yards, but still outside the 22. Kennedy, and this time out to Hogg. Hogg taken out again by, this time, Tom Stephen. The Welsh defence absolutely solid, keeping the Scots well away from the red zone. And they'll need quicker ball than that. Kennedy up to Robert McAlpin. Again, thumped down there by a rock-solid Welsh defence. Switched there by Kennedy. And the Scots really getting onto the back foot now. Will Griff John making his presence felt in there. His fellow prop Rodri Jones stopping the Scots getting any real go forward at all. Out to Hogg, slips the tackle there, slips another tackle, stopped by Luke Hamilton. And the Welsh defensive discipline pays off, and all that Scots effort goes for nothing. Long throw finds Luke Hamilton at the back. Lewis Jones popping it up to Jack Gadd. The Scots defence having to work overtime to keep the Welsh out. Great carry there by Corey Hill. Up to the Scots 22. Lewis Jones. Griff John making the yards. Jones again. Eli Walker almost getting close enough for his second try. And the Welsh now only a metre or so away from the Scots line. Desperate defence by the blue jerseys. And Wales have got a penalty, but the referee played advantage. And the Welsh take full advantage with hooker Ian Davis over for the final try. Joseph Griffin with a kick, not an easy one, but straight through the posts. Scotland 3, Wales 33. And in the final seconds, Wales still on the attack. Luke Hamilton taking the ball up there, bundled into touch, and a wee bit of a rammy breaking out there. And it's the usual story. Everybody's got a point of view. Well, let's get it sorted out, boys. Yeah, not a pretty sight at the end of the game, but it's all sorted out. The referee quite calm in the middle of the whole thing. Even the spectators wanting a better look at it. Finally, all sorted out. The referee pulling out a couple of players. And the unfortunates are Luke Hamilton and Glenn Bryce. Red card apiece, a disappointing end.
Yeah, I mean, half-time, you're in the game, 7-3. I mean, played reasonably well in the first half. And then start of the second half, just a disaster, you know, just lost possession twice when we were on the ball, and they scored 2 tries. And you know, against teams like this and this level, you don't get that chance. You know, we butchered a couple of tries in the first half that we maybe could have scored. You know, I say that to the guys in there. You know, you get very few opportunities at this level of the game, and if you don't, take them, then it comes back to punish you, and that's what happened tonight.
So 2 very disappointing defeats for Scotland under 20 to open their campaign. They'll be looking to make up for that when they're up in Inverness in a fortnight's time to take on Ireland. But tonight at Bridgehaugh, the final score: Scotland under 23, Wales under 20, 33. This is Ron Evans for Scottish Rugby Television at Bridgehaugh.